Hello, my name is Aygul Seitovna. I am an English teacher of Pavlodar Chemico-Mechanical College. Subject is Professional Foreign Language, and this lesson is for students of specialty Chemical Technology of Inorganic Substances. The theme of the lesson: Organic and Inorganic Compounds. Goals of the lesson: to understand a sequence of supported classroom instructions, to understand a wide range of fiction and familiar vocabulary from the context. The third goal is using a wide range of subject-specific vocabulary. Today we are going to discussing organic and inorganic compounds because it's a really important aspect to being able to classify substances according to their type. In this diagram, you can see in the middle organic compounds. The most important thing about organic and non-organic compounds is that organic compounds always contain carbon. Organic substances are often natural in their origin. There are lipids, proteins, carbohydrates, but they can be man-made, such as alkanes, esters. Man-made mean synthetic, that we produce in the spatial lab. In the second diagram, you can see in the middle inorganic compounds. We would say that inorganic compounds don't contain carbon, except metallic and ionic carbonate or hydrogen carbonate. Inorganic compounds always lack of carbon, but they include ionic compounds. It includes air called covalent network. These substances are fully covalently bonded throughout the structure, so not molecular. It can be found in diamond or silicon dioxide. Inorganic compounds contain such elements as acids, salts, water, and bases. Let us compare physical properties of organic and inorganic compounds. I have prepared the table with physical properties of these chemical compounds. There are two columns. In the first columns, you can see organic substances have low melting and boiling point. Inorganic have high melting and boiling point. In the second column, you can see that organic are insoluble in water but soluble in organic liquids such as ethanol, hexane, or other things like that. Inorganic compounds are insoluble in organic liquids. In the third column, you can see that organic compounds are decomposed or break down to form carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, or carbon. Inorganic substances flammable, and they don't decompose to form carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, or carbon. Organic substances mainly contain four atoms: carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, and oxygen. And inorganic compounds may contain carbon, but no carbon-hydrogen bonds or carbon-carbon bonds. In the last column, you can see that organic compounds covalent molecular, so they discrete some molecules, and inorganic ionic covalent network and may have molecules. These are main properties of organic and inorganic compounds. Now, you watch the video about difference between organic and inorganic compounds. After the watching of the video, you should answer the questions. The first question: what is the main difference between organic and inorganic compounds? Which living things and non-living things do these substances have? And the third: what properties do organic and inorganic compounds have?
In science, in this video, I'd like to talk about organic and inorganic compounds. Many of the compounds found in living things contain the element carbon, which is usually combined with other elements. This large class of chemical compounds in which one or more atoms of carbon are covalently linked to atoms or other elements, and most of the times it's hydrogen, oxygen, or nitrogen, are called organic compounds. There are several important groups of organic compounds found in living things. They are proteins, carbohydrates like sugar, lipids, which are fat and waxes, and nucleic acids such as DNA and RNA. Organic compounds can be very large and complex. A compound that does not contain carbon and is usually simple are called inorganic compounds. There are exceptions to this, such as carbon dioxide, and also this would include carbides, carbonates, and cyanides. But generally, inorganic compounds do not contain carbon. They also are more simple than an organic compound. So there we go. Organic compounds contain carbon. Inorganic compounds do not, except for the few exceptions. Thanks for watching, and Moo Moo Math Upload.
So, the next step of our lesson is reading of the text and doing of some exercises. So, look at this picture and say what relates to organic food production and non-living food production. For instance, A. Chemical peptides. B. Genetically modified organisms, crops. C. Compost, food and animal waste. D. Biological pesticides such as ladybirds and beetles. E. Hormones and antibiotics. And F. Synthetic fertilizers. So, in the next exercise, you should match the two columns to make complete sentences. In the first column, you should match inorganic food production, and in the second column, non-organic food production. So, in this text, the title of the text, Save the Environment and Eat Organic. So, you should read the text and do the exercises after the text. Some people say, you are what you eat, and they might be right. For example, if you only eat unhealthy foods, you are likely to become unhealthy too. This is why many people are replacing unhealthy snacks with organic foods and in effort to take better care of themselves. Types of organic food. We are all seeing organic food and drinks at the formal market of our local supermarkets. There is organic fruit, vegetables, juices, dairy products, grains, cereals, legumes, meat, and even chocolate. You can tell which products are organic by looking for the different organic labels on the packaging. Some foods, such as fresh produce or meat, are certified 100% organic, and other foodstuffs, for example bread, may not be totally organic, but might contain some organic ingredients. So, what is organic food? Well, organic food is different to regular food because it is produced without the use of any synthetic substances. Farmers have to follow lots of strict rules in order to produce it. Let's find out what some of those rules are. And in the third exercise, you read again the text and mark the sentences true, false, or doesn't say. The information you can find in the text, environment, and eat organic. And in the fourth exercise, you should complete the sentences with word and word combinations such as hormones, compost, ingredients, produce, welfare, pesticides. And at the end of our lesson, if you have any questions, you can write by email Kurakbaeva at inbox.ru. So, goodbye.